Hey guys, it's Alex from 7th Hour Films, back again with Merlin. Last time on Merlin, we had to kill the king. So, Gwen's father, Tom, was wrapped up in some, treachery, kind of unbeknownst to him. He was actually making, lead for a sorcerer named Torin, who was going to use magic in order to use alchemy in order to change lead into gold, and then bribe his way into Camelot and then kill Uther. This resulted in Tom's death, unfortunately, and this pissed off Morgana to no end, and she actually decided that she was going to plot against Uther. So she joined Torin and then was like, okay, your plan is dumb as shit, so here's my plan. And was like, okay, I'm gonna lure him out here, we're gonna lure him away from the guards, and then we'll kill him. Easy as that. But then she had a real heart-to-heart with Uther, and realized that, you know, he may be tough, he's a difficult man, but you know what? Deep down he is a good man, and he does regret some of the things that he does. So yeah, and then Morgana saved him from, well, Morgana and Merlin, technically. Morgana took out Torin, and Merlin took out all the guards, or all the other guys. And they saved Uther. Hooray. And yeah, Merlin was also going back and forth on letting Uther die or not. But everything's all worked out. And now we are on to the finale of Season 1. Holy crap, is it the finale already? Yeah, we're up to finale time. This is where I say no spoilers in the comments whatsoever, and this is also where I say that unfortunately due to copyright reasons, the reaction cannot be hosted in this video. You guys probably know the drill by now, but just in case you're new here, what I do here with these Merlin reactions is if you want to see my 10-minute highlight reaction, you can go down to the description or to the pinned comment. There's a nice little link. You go, you click there, it'll take you to my nice reaction with all the footage, and it's all good. Alternatively, if you want to become a patron, if you want to go to my Patreon, become a $5 patron, you can get the full length of the episode. But if you don't want to do that, there is the link in the description, which will take you straight to my edited reaction footage for free, and you can go, you can enjoy it, you can have a good time. And when you're done with that, you can pop right back over here for the discussion. So with that being said, let's get right into this episode of Merlin. Here we go. Oh boy. Well, Gaius is alive. Merlin's mother is alive. Arthur is alive. Nimue is dead. We have straight up murdered Nimue. Oh, man. Oh, I will say, I kind of want more of her. I feel like we didn't get enough. She didn't even have, like, this grand plan at the end. She just sort of got caught in the middle of this whole saving Arthur thing. Oh, man. Oh, man. Why does it feel like the heater is on? Well, the heater probably is on. It's like 30 degrees outside. Oh, it's like the coldest day in a while right now. So it's like I have my overhead fan on, but I can kind of feel some heat coming through. Holy crap. That was an explosive finale. Oh. Okay, so we basically did another thing with how Arthur was born, basically. You know, give a life to make a life. So back then, you know, they gave up the queen for Arthur. Now we have given up Nimue for Arthur. That is hilarious, actually. That we actually paid the life debt with Nimue. Not with Merlin's mother, not with Merlin, not with Gaius. The dragon hates this, though. I mean, I would imagine with him going on about the old religion and stuff, that with him going on about the old religion, he probably would be allies with Nimue. I mean, heck, I guess to him, they're kin. They are kin, like he is kin with Merlin. Oh, but Merlin's not taking any of that. Oh my gosh. I swear to God, if he starts going after Morgana, that's gonna suck. Because I think Morgana can hear him now. Very interesting that over the course of just this first season, we've gone from, oh, let's go talk to the dragon, he's the wise dragon that will help you out and stuff, to like slowly, like this wasn't like a huge turn, but it's like this wasn't like an immediate turn, but we really started to see the dragon's true intentions. So yeah. God, they put fucking everything on Arthur. Every last thing is on Arthur, and I still don't think that their faith is like completely like, not like, I don't know, it's not that it's not, oh well, I don't know if it's quite deserving, if Arthur's quite deserving of that faith, because he is still his father's son. He is still raised to believe that, magic is horrible, that sorcerers are basically terrorists. So they're putting so much on Arthur. So, oh my God. That's an interesting finale. It wasn't even, like, I kind of thought that this finale would just be Nimue's attack on Camelot, basically. But it wasn't. They decided to go for a different sort of plot for the finale, but it still worked. It's probably even better because it really got all the characters involved, basically. Which is pretty cool. Excuse me. So yeah, that was insane, man. Yeah, honestly, that is kind of a better finale than if they had just done an attack on Camelot. The only thing I would say is that, well, now, we had all this build-up with Nimue, and just the fact that it's like, well, it's done. And it's like, okay, we kind of got to know her a bit, but not too terribly much, and then Uther wasn't even involved in that. Uther didn't, like, take his revenge or anything on Nimue. I don't know, man. Oh, boy. Alright. Freaking chair keeps squeaking. I'm sorry, you guys have to listen to that, because I know my microphone picks up on that. It's so annoying. Alright, let's start talking about the notes. Alright, so the first thing I wrote down was the questing beast. Is that what it was called? I'm gonna look back. Turn the subtitles on.
The creature you describe has all the characteristics of the questing beast.
Yeah, the questing beast. Interesting name. But okay, the design of this beast was incredible, I have to say. This like let me go get a better look of it. Missed it. Skip ahead. Dang it. Hold on. Trying to get a good look at it. Yeah, it's like, okay, so it's like a snake and a cheetah. That's very creative, I wonder, like, how many of these beasts are actually based on... Oh, excuse me. Eesh. I wonder how many of these beasts are actually based on mythological beasts. I don't know. I mean, the griffin, obviously, I feel like... I'm pretty sure that one was. But this one, the questing beast, I don't know about it. But okay, so we had the questing beast where one bite or one hit, in the case of Arthur, and you are on a death sentence. There is absolutely no cure to the questing beast. That's interesting. That is interesting, just one bite and boom, it's over. I mean, you have some time to live, but, you're going to have this horrible fever, and so that was kind of interesting. Good sort of catalyst for the episode, because I kind of thought, like, okay, this is what we're going with for the finale, Arthur got hit by this beast, and it's like, okay, but what this led into was very interesting, I have to say. So yeah, and so now they have to go for this whole, try to find any sort of cure, which they figure out, Merlin figures out you have to basically use magic of the old religion in order to do it. So that's interesting. We got a bit more with Morgana's visions. I mean, her visions got really intense this time around. What exactly was her vision? Let me look.
And there is no cure.
Right. All right, here's the vision. Alright. You go back to sleep. You're fine. Okay. That was it. So what she saw in that vision, again, like all of her visions, it does show things that happen. It's just a matter of how she interprets them. So she saw the dragon attacking Merlin, and then saw, Merlin in the rain, going, no, because that was when he thought Gaius was dead. And then she saw Arthur, in bed, horribly ill, and then the questing beast itself. So that's interesting. That is definitely interesting. And then she also said, later, it's like, this is only the beginning. Like, because we expected Merlin to just die there. I mean, okay, obviously we didn't expect it because the show's called Merlin. There's 4 more seasons, but still. But that's kind of what everyone else was expecting. Gaius was expecting it. Merlin was expecting it. And then the fact that it led to his mother, that was crazy. So yeah, Morgana's visions played a bigger part in this. She was really driven by her visions this time around. She really needs to figure out these visions, man. Needs to figure them out. And then yeah, we got talk of the old religion in this one. This order of sorcerers and warlocks and witches and dragons and shit. And they want to bring back magic. They were like, fuck Uther. We're going to bring back magic. You know what, Merlin, Arthur, you're going to fucking do it for us. We're going to fucking bring back magic, and we're going to be awesome. And, Arthur does not know any of this is happening. But also, so Arthur does not know this is happening whatsoever. And then Merlin's just like, what the fuck? You people are crazy. So we had... In order to save Arthur, a life debt must be paid. That is interesting, and that brings in a huge conflict for our characters. Is that basically who do you sacrifice? Now for Merlin, he's already all for sacrificing himself. He's not gonna. He doesn't want. He knows Arthur needs to live to become the king, whereas which is interesting because, no, it's also interesting. None of them bring up Uther. Like, I kind of thought we were going down that way. It's like, oh, we're gonna have to fucking kill Uther again. Merlin's gonna have to save Uther from fucking dying to magic and shit again. But they didn't go that route, actually. But the whole thing of, a life debt must be paid. The dragon had to know that it... Well, okay. Okay, I guess that's the thing. The dragon had to know that Merlin was going to sacrifice himself. But he also had to have known that it would instead be given... Instead, the life would be his mother and not him. So... yeah. He knew that because... He knew that. Because, when he was talking to Merlin about it, he was like, the debt has to be paid, whatever the price. And Merlin's thinking, okay, then that's my life. And he's thinking, yeah, it's going to be your mother's life. You better fucking pay the price. So, yeah. Because the dragon still needs Merlin. The dragon still needs Merlin by Arthur's side. As much as the people of the old religion need Arthur, they also need Merlin. So, yeah, that's interesting. And then the salvation of Arthur Pendragon is Nimue. I had the strangest feeling that Nimue would be coming back for this episode. Oh god, hold up. Alright. I had a feeling that Nimue was going to come back for this. I actually didn't know if Nimue was going to be a season villain or a series villain. Apparently she's only going to be a season villain, unless she comes back as a ghost or some shit. But yeah, so that was interesting. We haven't had any of Nimue for a little while. How long has it been? What the... Shut the fuck up, Cortana. I disabled you for a reason. God damn it. Okay, when was the last time we had... Nimue? Was it during Excalibur? Yeah, because she sent Sir Tristan after Uther. Yeah, so it's been 4 episodes. That's how do you count. I can never do math on the spot. Yeah, so it's been about 4 episodes since we saw Nimue. And then before that, the last time we saw her was the Poison Chalice. So we've only had her in 4 episodes. The Mark of Nimue, the Poison Chalice, Excalibur, and now Le Morte d'Arthur. D'Arthur? I'm gonna need you guys to tell me how to pronounce that. Wait, I'm taking fucking French. Wait, why would this be French? They're British. But that's clearly French. So it would be like... Le Morte d'Arthur? D'Arthur? Shit, how do you pronounce use in French? No, it's u. Shit, I can't do it. It doesn't help that I'm American. Damn, I'm taking French. I can't say this. Damn it. I suck at French, by the way. I'm barely scraping through these classes in French. And the only reason I'm taking them, actually, is, well, yes, I kind of wanted to learn French, but also because I'm required to take foreign languages for my major in college, so it was French, and then I figured out French is confusing as fuck. Oi. Okay. So Nimue came back. So yeah. She basically kind of served as the villain of this episode, even though, yeah, she was kind of just the salvation. It was just, what life do you pay, basically. It was all a question of what life is paid for Arthur's. And then, eventually, figuring out that, okay, we're gonna pay Nimwe's life, basically. Now I wonder if she had killed Merlin. If she had killed Merlin, would Gaius have still lived? Probably, I would say. So, and that would be interesting, basically, because we have this whole thing of, okay, Merlin, this great sorcerer, will always be there for Arthur and, help him to be king and stuff. And then it's like, okay, well, what if that was Nimue? It's like, oh, God, that'd be weird. It's like, I don't know. I wonder, like, what the dragon would fucking think about that. Because he still wants Merlin by Arthur's side. It's like he's put his stock, basically, into Merlin and Arthur. But, I don't know. Darby's getting up. Alright, one sec. We'll probably let him out. Okay, and I'm back. Let's see. Where on earth was I? It's been like 5 minutes or so. Probably a little longer than that. I don't know. Well, we were talking about Nimue. Nimue being Arthur's salvation and stuff. That was kind of interesting. So we finally have Merlin going against the dragon. Which is interesting. I like the turn on that it's not just, okay, the dragon is, he's good and he's wise and stuff like that. And, they kind of bill him up to be like, he is the opposite of Uther. He is good. He's not cruel or anything. He is, he's wise. He's just trying to do the best for the world, but he's very biased. He's a very biased fucking dragon. So yeah, we've gotten a little bit of that in some of this stuff whenever Uther is brought up, and he's just like, well, just let him die. And that's been his viewpoint for a while, which really sucks. And so Merlin has had to keep going against that wish, basically. And finally here, it's just like, all right, well, a life must be paid. All right, go. And when it's like, oh, it's your mother? Well, too bad. We need Arthur more. Sorry. And, it's like, well, it doesn't matter. Your mother doesn't matter. We're your real family. It's like, oh, man, did that piss Merlin off to high heaven. Merlin got pissed in this episode. I love that, actually. He was so friggin' pissed. So yeah, that was really interesting. Yeah, and down to the point where, because this is, basically, I mean, you could even say, like, the dragon is trying to take away all of Merlin's ties to being human, kind of, he's trying to get Merlin on board fully with just being a warlock. It's like, okay, you're the legendary Merlin, and you are of the old religion, and you are what's good for us, you and Arthur. And it's like, oh, your mother, it doesn't matter, you don't need a mother, you have us. It's like, oh, you freaking Uther, well, we don't need Uther, we have Arthur, who cares? It's like, this isn't how you do it. This is just pissing him off. And Merlin has had enough of his crap, with everything that's happened with Uther, the 9 million times he's been like, just let Uther die, who cares? After all of that, finally, Merlin's just like, you know what? I'm done with you. You will never see me again, and I will make sure that you stay here. Because, he even says, like, Arthur will become king, magic will return to the land, and I will be set free. It's like, has that been your goal this whole time, asshole? Huh? And Merlin even said that. It's like, oh, I get it. You never wanted to help me. You never want to help Arthur. You just want to help yourself, So he's like, all right, well, you know what? Fuck you. You are going to stay here for the rest of eternity, and I will make sure of it. And the dragon didn't want to take that, so he tried. The dragon actually tried to kill Merlin. The dragon actually tried to kill Merlin. But Merlin's just too friggin' good. You know? Merlin's just too good. So he deflected and was like, you know what? Alright. You've confirmed my theories. Peace. Bye. You will never see me or sunlight again. So yeah, so the dragon is pissed. It kind of makes me wonder if, like, this the setup of the dragon being the villain of next season? Because I'm wondering, are we going to get, full, like, season villains? Because, well, as much as, these shows kind of do. That's the interesting thing with the shows that I react to. We don't really have season villains. We either have really overarching villains or we just have villains sort of at the end. And with Doctor Who, it's sort of the same, for most of the seasons. It's like, okay, well, here's everything that's happening. Maybe there's some build up to what's going to happen at the end, but the ending is just the ending. The Master is not going to be, throughout the entire season and stuff like that. Granted, the season I'm on right now with Doctor Who is a little different, but whatever, we're not going to get into that here. But so for this show, I was like, okay, are we going to have like actual season villains? And I'd say we kind of did with Nimue. I feel like Nimue is sort of our overarching season villain, even though she actually wasn't in the season that much, and not a lot of the plot revolved around her. So it makes me curious if we're going to do the same thing next season, but with the dragon this time. Maybe. We'll have to see. But yeah, the dragon's an enemy now, and the dragon is pissed. He's going to be yelling till, Kingdom Come. Makes me question, it's like, do you think Uther ever goes down there? He captured him, specifically, as an example. It's like, you think he ever goes down there and is just like, the fuck are you yelling about? What are you talking? Hell, the dragon may even just say it at some point. I don't know. Oh, that would be some shit, wouldn't it? If the dragon spilled the beans to Uther. Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see. I mean, they obviously have to bring the dragon back in some capacity. I don't think that's the last we see of the dragon, especially because, it kind of seems like Morgana heard him at the end. So it makes me wonder, it's like, is he going to try to recruit Morgana instead? Oh, I hope not. I don't want Morgana to go evil again. Damn it, I just started watching Supergirl, the new season of Supergirl, and Lena Luthor went bad. It's like, stop. Why does Katie McGrath always go bad at some point? Like, no, just let her be this nice, beautiful girl. Like Gwen. Like Gwen. I did like, because she did that whole, thing. She was talking at Arthur, really, because Arthur was knocked out. But I like when he woke up, he was like, yeah, you were talking about something, about the man inside of me and stuff like that. But I did like that. And, she's just like, no, I did not say that. And it was this cute little moment between the two of them. I like that. You need to start building more moments together. She's supposed to be the queen, damn it. Gaius went and tried to sacrifice himself, which made sense, honestly. Because he keeps saying, Merlin, you are so important, you need to keep going. You're young. You're powerful. You need to keep doing stuff. So it makes sense that he wouldn't just sit by while Merlin went to sacrifice himself for his mother. It made sense that Gaius would try to go do that. I like the talk with Nimue, too. His talk with Nimue about it. Because, she doesn't really, forgive him or anything. Because, yeah, he was there. He just stood by while all of the old religion basically died at Uther's hands. So yeah, that was interesting. And then we actually got a Sorcerer Battle. Hey, isn't that interesting? I mean, as much of a battle as it can be, of a battle of Nimue throwing fireballs at Merlin and then Merlin blowing her the fuck up. Oh my gosh, that was amazing, though. And I kind of like that, you know, when he opened his eyes again and he got up. It's like, oh shit, Merlin's about to go Super Saiyan or something. Like, it's about to go down. Like, oh my gosh. So yeah, we actually got a final battle, which, can I just say, is nice to kind of react to. I never get final battles in my shows. Like, with the exception of the end. Well, okay, there were battles in Game of Thrones, and I did appreciate those. Technically, those weren't the season finales, though. Those were never the season finales, for the most part. And then, yeah, all of the other shows I watched, there's really not a final battle, really. Like, I'm running through every show I've reacted to. There really isn't a final battle, like a fight, like an actual fight between our hero and our villain. We don't really get that, like, in Doctor Who or Sarah Jane, really, or even, like, Torchwood. What the hell else do I watch? My Hero Academia, we're leading up to that, though, at least, which is good. And then, I don't know what the hell's gonna happen in Death Note, but yeah. But we actually had sort of a fight between Nimue and Merlin. I kind of like that, actually. And yeah, just him, Merlin is a straight up murderer. And I love it, you know, and I keep saying this, we said this episodes ago when he blew people up, but the fact of the matter is, guys, this show from your childhood, all your childhoods, main character is a fucking murderer. I love it, man. Oh, man. I still don't think you could have gotten away with that in America, but I don't know. It's tricky and confusing. But yeah, he just, like, it's not just that he killed her, but he blew her up. I still love that he does that. He just blows He blows fuckers up, basically, and I love it. Alright. I don't know how much more I can say about this season, about this episode. It's a great episode. And Merlin got to really shine as a hero, too. You know, we really took Arthur out of the equation for pretty much the entire episode. Like, Arthur did not play a part in this one. He also didn't play a part in the last one either, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, you know, normally it's all about, you know, Arthur saving the day and Merlin helping. But this time it was all about Merlin, basically. So, which, it's good. The show's called Merlin, but still. But I like that. So yeah. That's pretty much it for this episode and this season. Next week, we're starting Season 2. Yay! Oh, that's going to be fun. Can't wait to see where the show is going to go from here. Let's just see. Will the dragon be a villain? Probably. But we'll have to find out. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my Merlin reactions, you can click on the playlist, you can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure you hit that notification bell. You can support me on Patreon and follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you guys later.